Another main struggle was my shoulder. 2 years ago, I injured it, and I played on it for a year and found out it was torn, so I had to get surgery last January. And it was the worst time for me because I did not want to give up my volleyball career because they told me I could possibly lose my range of motion. So I just prayed and prayed and prayed, hoping for a healthy recovery, a quick one, hoping that I could pursue my dreams because I want to go to college for it. And I actually came back in a fast recovery. And competitive season last year, our last tournament for nationals, I had a coach who was interested in me, and he actually gave me an offer to go to his college, and that was just amazing. Like, I feel like he's helping me. It's taking a lot of like wrongs to make it right, but it's helping.
Michaela has encouraged me to be a stronger person throughout all of her struggles because she's really looked to God for it. Every night when she was struggling with her shoulder, she would pray and hope that she'd have a speedy recovery. And also whenever she was down, or when I was down on my part, she would always try to find a way to bring me up and try to motivate me. Her coming to Christ has made her stronger, which has inspired me because she'd always come home from FCA and she'd talk about the lessons that they've learned and everything, and how she always looked at it different than I did. And I never understood the way she looked at it because I'd always be at practice, or I was never able to come to the FCA meetings last year. And so this year she's like, you have to go, you have to understand the way I see the sport. And she's like, you're going to see it in such a better way. It's not just about if you mess up, then you're done. She's like, if you mess up, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter because you've always got the next play. So that she's really inspired me in that aspect. And she's showed me how to be a stronger person and say an example, because when, like I said, with her shoulder, like God's always there for you and he's always there to listen to you, and she's just really made that a clear point, and that's how she's inspired me.
We were that family where we were always close-knit and did everything together. It was completely open conversation, everything. And then I ended up finding out that they got divorced when I went downstairs into our playroom, and all of our dad's weight equipment was gone because they tried hiding it from us. And that was a big struggle for me. So I would always pray to God, like help my parents get back together when that wasn't even an option. FCA has helped me because before it, I kind of never played looking through God. I mean, I've heard people, we'd pray before games and stuff, and I mean, that was little things, but coming here and learning the new lessons about how, and if you play through Christ, there's no wrongs or rights. Like I've said before, to play as an individual, you're always having to play perfect. You always have to make sure you're on top, and if you're not on top, you're nothing. But it's helped me because now, looking back when I was a freshman, sophomore, I would make mistakes and be so down on myself, and then the next couple games or practices I do awful. But it's made me almost look at it towards the sports as if it's a mistake, don't look at it anymore. It's over with, you can't do anything about it. You just want the next point or the next hit or the next pass, or just to make your team move further. And having more teammates now coming to FCA, it's kind of helped me too, which is cool to see. And so, I don't know, it's not about the little things as much anymore. It's more about team aspect is what I've learned a lot. And so that's what I like about FCA.
What I love about Michaela's story is that she understands the gospel. She understands that her identity is not in volleyball. That volleyball is something that she does. And I think that this is a major struggle for a lot of high school athletes because they get stuck in identifying themselves by their sport. And that when it comes time to graduate and they enter into college life or the workforce or whatever it may be, they're completely lost. They don't even understand what life is about anymore because they were so surrounded by sport for so long that they lost and didn't really ever figure out who they were. And I talk with athletes all the time, and Michaela being one of them, and I always tell them, don't forget that there are areas of your life that you have not even begun to experience yet, that you are gifted in ways in addition to the ways you're gifted on the field or on the track or on the basketball court, that there's more to you than just being a good athlete. And why I'm so encouraged by Michaela is that she understands that. She understands sports for what they are. It's what you do, not who you are.